Ever wondered about the hidden corners of history? The moments that slipped through the cracks? The faces that were never famous? Today, we're uncovering 20 rare historical photos that will give you a fresh look at the past. Prepare to be amazed, intrigued, and sometimes a little shocked. In 1969, when Black Americans were still prevented from swimming alongside whites, Mr. Rogers decided to invite Officer Clemens to join him and cool his feet in a pool. On February 8, 1943, Nazis hung 17-year-old Lepa Radic for being a Yugoslavian partisan during World War II. When they asked her the names of her companions, she replied, "You will know them when they come to avenge me." In the next photograph, we have one of the earliest photos showing a Native American with a wolf. Unlike the myths created about wolves by settlers, Indians maintained a close and respectful relationship with wolves. The next photo is about race organizers' attempt to stop Kathrine Switzer from competing in the Boston Marathon. She became the first woman to finish the race, 1967. We have here the iconic photograph known as Lunch Atop a Skyscraper, captures a moment frozen in time, taken on September 20, 1932. In this black and white image, 11 intrepid ironworkers find themselves seated upon a steel beam, soaring 850 feet above the bustling streets of Manhattan, New York City. This is the story behind the famous picture of the test pilot George Aird ejected from his Lightning F-1 fighter plane. The picture was taken by Jim Meads on September 13, 1962. It was published in newspapers all around the world at the time, and many people thought it was fake until the Ministry of Defense tried to put a D notice on the photograph banning its publication, which confirmed that it was indeed real and not a fake. In 1980, Mike Wells took this powerful photograph of a Catholic missionary holding the hand of a starving Ugandan boy. In so many ways, it almost looks like the hand is not human. It's almost the hand of a space alien, a different species, or anything but the hand of a human being. Unfortunately, it can't be willed into being something else. It is the hand of a human being, a starving human being. The next photo is a 106-year-old Armenian woman sits in front of her home guarding it with a rifle in Deg village near the city of Goris in southern Armenia. Armed conflicts took place in and around nearby Nagorno-Karabakh, a territory in Azerbaijan also claimed by Armenia. The Nagorno-Karabakh War displaced hundreds of thousands of people from their homes. This photo, published in the Vedette Messenger of Valparaiso, Indiana on August 5, 1948, depicts a tragic scene of the Chalafu family facing eviction. The caption reveals that Ray Chalafu, a jobless coal truck driver, and his pregnant wife, Lucille, decided to sell their 4 children due to their dire circumstances. The image shows Lucille hiding her face while their children, Lana, Ray, Milton, and Sue Ellen, appear posed and confused. This photograph was taken 3 days after the Normandy beachhead was established on June 9, 1944, and shows the colossal scale of the operation to transport men and material for the liberation of Europe. The landing ships are putting cargo ashore on Omaha Beach, taking advantage of the low tide. Argentina's victory over England in front of 115,000 fans on June 22, 1986, is remembered entirely for the 2 moments from Maradona, which would ultimately settle a contest simmering with political overtones. 4 years earlier, Britain and Argentina had fought a bitter conflict in the South Atlantic over the Falkland Islands, which ended in defeat for the South American nation's military junta. "Wait for Me, Daddy" is a famous photograph by Claude P. Detloff, taken on October 1, 1940, in New Westminster, Canada. It captures 5-year-old Warren Bernard running toward his father, Jack Bernard, as he marches with the British Columbia Regiment. The image, symbolizing wartime family separation, also features Whitey's mother, Bernice. Widely publicized, the photo was used to promote war bond drives. On November 13, 1985, the Nevado del Ruiz volcano erupted, triggering pyroclastic flows that melted its ice cap and caused devastating lahars. A massive lahar struck the town of Armero, killing up to 20,000 people and destroying most of the town. Additional lahars claimed 1,800 lives in Chinchina, with a total death toll of 23,000 and the destruction of 13 villages. While in the next photo, Bloody Saturday, taken during the Battle of Shanghai, shows a crying baby amid the bombed ruins of a railway station after a Japanese air raid. The image became a symbol of Japanese atrocities, sparking global outrage and serving as a powerful piece of wartime propaganda. In June 1963, Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thi Quang Duc self-immolated in Saigon to protest oppression. The event, captured by photographer Malcolm Brown, produced an iconic image that John F. Kennedy called the most emotionally impactful news photo in history, symbolizing the turmoil of the 1960s. While in this photo, a shell-shocked soldier, photographed during the Battle of Flers-Courcelette in September 1916, reflects the psychological devastation of war. His haunted expression captures the collapse of his reality amid the chaos, death, and destruction of the Somme offensive, embodying the madness and trauma of World War I. The next photograph, we have Navy chaplain Luis Padilla gives last rites to a soldier wounded by sniper fire during a revolt in Venezuela. Braving the streets amid sniper fire to offer last rites to the dying, the priest encountered a wounded soldier who pulled himself up by clinging to the priest's cassock as bullets chewed up the concrete around them. The next photo was taken at the launch of a German army vessel in 1936 during a ceremony that was attended by Adolf Hitler himself. Within the picture, a lone man stood with arms crossed as hundreds of men and women around him held up their arms in salute and allegiance to the Nazi Party and its leader, Adolf Hitler. While in this after Nguyen Ngoc Loan raised his sidearm and shot Viet Cong operative Nguyen Van Lem in the head, he walked over to the reporters and told them that, "These guys kill a lot of our people, and I think Buddha will forgive me." Captured on NBC TV cameras and by AP photographer Eddie Adams, the picture and film footage flashed around the world and quickly became a symbol of the Vietnam War's brutality. While the man who took this photo at Nagasaki was sent by the US military to document the damage inflicted on the Japanese homeland caused by air raids of firebombs and atomic bombs. Over the next 7 months, starting September 1945, he traveled across Western Japan, chronicling the devastation, revealing the plight of the bomb victims, including the dead, the wounded, the homeless, and orphaned. Images of human suffering were etched both on his negatives and his heart. Thanks for watching.